So I'm keeping my granddaughter this week, which probably means I won't be quite as productive with orders, but I still will be some productive as I can be. I am putting paint on my palette right now for the next piece I'll be starting. Let me show you what I've already gotten started this morning. So where's the picture? So this is the little guy I've already gotten started. And here is the photograph of this little guy. So I do paint from photographs, whatever the customer sends me, as long as there's enough clarity. But sometimes a customer is trying to do a surprise for somebody, or their beloved fur baby has already passed. So they are limited with what pictures they have. For instance, this is going to be a gift for someone, and this is just the best that the customer could find. That one, and that's what I'm putting on the palette, and then I'll also be painting this one. So again, I much prefer photos where the animal is looking directly at the camera, but it's okay. I can always work with what the customer gives me. I make suggestions, and in the end, I do what the customer wants. So I'm getting paint on my palette for this guy right now to get this one started. And I already have some Naples yellow, because that's going to be the main body color that I'm using. And I also have a little bit of raw sienna. I use a lot of wrought iron. It's called wrought iron. It's kind of one of my little tricky paints. It's a must-have. I can't live without it paint. I use this for blacks and greens, but for the most part, I just use it for underpainting, not the whole thing. So, yeah, I also wanted to tell you guys that I did get an RV, just in case you didn't see that, but I did get an RV. It's a 26-foot center kitchen. Yeah, so I'm so excited about that. It's in great condition. It's a 2008, so it's a little bit older, but it's in fantastic condition. It's just been really taken care of very well. Now I need to get a vehicle that can pull it. I wasn't really planning on buying an RV until January, but I got such a great deal on this, and I had saved up enough that I was able to take advantage of the great deal that I found. And I'm trading a little bit of art too to sweeten the deal. That's part of how I got the deal that I did, because part of the payment is art. Paintings for their dog, and paintings for their children's dogs, and maybe a painting of a grandchild. So yes, I'll be doing lots of painting for them. So yes, so excited about that. I also wanted to tell you guys about a little more about the RV, in that if you haven't been following, or you just haven't quite been able to connect all the dots, because most of this I've talked about in stories, and they only last for 24 hours. So I'm trying to get more used to being on the camera. Lots of people keep telling me, we want to see you, but I usually just want to show you my art. But I'm trying to find a balance. So the RV, super stoked about it. I think I'm going to name her the Granny Lou, and I'll tell you why. My grandmother's name was Louise, and although she did not like her biological grandchildren to call her Granny, she was very specific about calling her grandmother. I called her Mama until I was 5, because she raised me until I was 5. But later in life, she traveled. She traveled all over the country, but most often she traveled from Georgia to Canada and all the states in between there. And I remember traveling with her when I was very young. She was a bit of she was a free spirit, absolutely a free spirit. She was good with business. She had a strong mind for making things happen. And now I have a word for that, manifest. She wouldn't have used that word, but she made things happen. She would dream it and believe it, and then it just was. She just made it happen with hard work and determination. But let me tell you, this woman loved to laugh, and she loved people, and she loved to listen to stories and tell stories, and she loved to have a good time, and she loved adventures. So, yeah. So here's to you, grandmother, the Granny Lou. Now, I still need hashtags and maybe a new name for my travels. So although the unit itself will be called the Granny Lou, I still need something like, the Wandering Studio or something like that. I've already seen some really good suggestions. I would love to hear some more because I plan to do a whole YouTube channel on my adventures, my travels. I'll still have the one YouTube channel, the Art by Mariah-Hope, where you can see time-lapse videos, but I'm also going to have another channel where you can see my RV adventures, and maybe I will find cool art and murals and artistic people and happenings across the country as I travel. Feel free to send me your suggestions. Y'all have a great Sunday. If you like this video, click the thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel.